Yo, what is up, you guys? It's Corey, the Comeback Kid here, back at it again with another commentary for you guys today. And today, you guys are going to be watching pretty sick gameplay in the background. So 121 kill, triple DNA bomb by my boy, Carnage Swifty, or Jamie. All links in my description down below. As you guys can see, I do use a lot of his gameplays for my commentary, so I hope you guys still do enjoy. So let's get right down to today's commentary. So today's commentary is going to be much more of a serious commentary. It's going to be about my story and how I got here to YouTube. It's kind of an emotional story, but nonetheless, I hope you guys still do enjoy. It's not a life story. Well, technically it is a life story, but at the same time, it's not one of my more common life stories. It's a very meaningful video that I'm going to be making for you guys today, so I really do appreciate if you guys show love on it and, comment down below just saying what you guys want to see from me, all that good stuff, and or just commenting on how I got here and a lot of stuff like that. It would just mean a lot if you guys watch this video. You honestly don't even have to hit that like or subscribe button. Only do it if you truly mean it. And yeah, let's get right down to today's commentary. So I have about 6 minutes to talk about my story, and basically starts out with me my freshman year of high school. This is, prior to it in middle school, I was into, YouTube and that stuff. I watched it and I did post videos, but it wasn't like good quality videos like I do now, like commentaries and that stuff. It was shitty little commentaries that I recorded with like a flip camera, stuff like that, like really bad stuff. I just wanted to post it just because it was cool kind of thing. So freshman year of high school, I decided, you know what, I'm going to start commentating. So I got a little bit more serious about it, and I got, a much better laptop, had a lot better equipment to begin my recording, got a Roxio, got all that stuff, started using my Turtle Beaches to record commentaries, and I started to get a little bit more into it. So at this point in high school, I recently went to a private school. It was not, my first choice. I didn't really want to go. I was more or less forced into it. And, I think when you're forced into one of those situations, you're not going to totally enjoy it, but at the same time, you got to make the best of it. You got to embrace it, and you got to kind of just go into it looking at it in the best possible way, most positive way, possible. And you can't be thinking negative, even though I did go into it thinking a lot of negatives and that stuff. That's just my mindset sometimes. When I go into a situation I don't like, I do think more of the negative situations. So going into my freshman year, I did try to think as positive as possible. First few days of it, I absolutely loved school. I met a lot of great guys. I was on the football team, so I met a lot of guys that I later became very good friends with that year. And, throughout the course of freshman year, as time, went on, and a lot of people got a lot closer with others, stuff like that, found their friend groups, and, became a part of something, kind of. So I was on the football team and the lacrosse team, so I did have two teams that I truly, I thought were family, but I wouldn't classify them as family. At that time, I felt they were family. Football, I had a lot better friends that I made than on lacrosse, because lacrosse is my main sport, but at the same time, I just didn't really connect with them. They were a lot different than, the guys that I was used to playing with when I was a kid. A lot of the kids who I used to play with as a younger guy were a lot more welcoming, a lot more helpful in that stuff, and they loved to play with me because obviously I was always a better player, as well as a lot of my friends who I was closer with as little kids. We were all basically like the best players for our team. So it was kind of a little bit different when I went to high school. I had to compete a lot more. It was a lot more competitive, especially as a freshman going into a very talented private school lacrosse team. It was a lot more difficult to, get my play time and to basically fight for a position. And a lot of people, would just go on me. So as time wore on, going into freshman year, basically what occurred is I was a lot larger in size then. So as you guys can see, I'm, pretty fit dude. I was about to flex there, but, I'm a pretty fit dude. I personally think I'm in the most fit shape I've ever been in my entire life. And when I was in my freshman year of high school, I had, I was a bigger dude. I was a much bigger guy, much unhealthier. I'm not even sure. Much more unhealthy. That sounds a lot more proper. But yeah, so it was like that. And, I got made fun of a lot. And it started bringing down my confidence. I didn't really have anyone who I truly felt I could talk to. And that's when I turned to YouTube. So YouTube created a lot of, outlets for me. And I did end up transferring at the end of freshman year to begin my sophomore year at the high school that I just graduated from. And I battled a lot with depression throughout my time of high school. And, every once in a while I do battle it. Like, it comes back and that stuff. But it's not nearly as bad as it was at points. And truly YouTube was the perfect outlet for me. That's why I did YouTube, and that's honestly why I still come back to YouTube, because it means so much to me. You guys truly don't understand how much every single like on a video, every single subscriber gained, how much it truly means to me, because it's just like I have one more person I can use as an outlet. But, you know, as time wore on, going into my sophomore year, going to a completely new school, I still knew, like, new people and that stuff. I still knew people there and that stuff from my middle school and my elementary school, who some of my best friends are. So, you know, I went into the situation thinking very positive out of it. And, you know, I still battle a little bit of, like, the bullying, you know, stance on my size and that stuff. So my junior year, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do my thing. And by that, I started to lose a lot of weight. I lost 75 pounds, and I became the best lacrosse player on my team, if not one of the best. And, you know, I just started playing a lot better. I started having a lot more confidence. My depression started to go down and that stuff. Well, not down, but it started to ease down. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a little break from YouTube, going to focus on my personal life, get all my personal problems fixed and that stuff. And then I went into depression. This was probably one of the worst points of my depression, and it was at the end of junior year going into the very beginning of senior year. And there's a lot of personal reasons as to why. One is because of basically like just a big situation that occurred with one of my best friends, and like I would say it was basically it wasn't my girlfriend, but it was like the girl I was talking to. It's basically the same exact thing, but a very difficult situation occurred, and you know, definitely did not make me happy. And it truly did. That kind of was the tipping point that pushed me into my depression, that worsened. And that's when I came back to YouTube. I started to decide, you know what, I need another outlet. I need to stop thinking about this whole situation, and I need to change. I came back for literally 2 days, and I didn't make a single video. I wasn't happy with any content that I made, and I was like, all right, you know what, I'm not posting this. I'm just not coming back, kind of thing. And as you guys can see, I did go over the gameplay. I'm just going to toss on another gameplay of Swifties, something like that. But so I wasn't content with any of that stuff. So overall, I was just not content with anything I was doing. I went into very, very deep depression. And, you know, I did at points have suicidal thoughts and that stuff, but I knew I wouldn't carry through with it. I was kind of scared of that stuff. I was like, this isn't the kind of person I am. I'm more of a person who's very energetic, happy, you know, always thinking positive about things, and always looking forward to the next thing that he can accomplish. That's the kind of personality I was used to. And dealing with that personality that I slowly, you know, created out of myself with the depression, it basically changed my whole mindset. It made me think I wasn't good enough for anything. I was worthless practically, and possibly the most useless person on this planet. That's how I thought. And, you know, I slowly regained myself with the help of my best friend, who I told a life story about how I told her how I did YouTube and that stuff. And honestly, she was the one who possibly saved my life. I mean, I know it sounds dumb how I was saying suicidal thoughts and all that stuff. And there's a lot of factors behind it. I'm not going to get into all the factors, but there are a lot of factors that caused a lot of problems for me. And she truly was my rock. She saved me so many times from doing so many stupid things. And I truly couldn't ask for someone to protect me anymore. And, you know, honestly, just keep me on my feet. So, sorry, my throat's really dry. But, she kept me on my feet. And, you know, I decided about 3 weeks ago I was going to make my return to YouTube, just because for a couple months now I've been back on my feet, fixed all my personal problems, things are going well. And I was like, you know what? I think it's time that I do come back. I think it's time that I come back to the community that I fell in love with, come back to the community that basically made me the happiest I've ever been. And I did come back to it, and honestly, things have been great for me lately. And I truly do think it's because of the success I've had on YouTube as of recently. Obviously, thanks to you guys, I've gained 110 subscribers in literally 2 weeks. And that's something I cannot ask out of any more people. It's truly a blessing to have that much, like belief in you guys, believing that sounds absolutely dumb. The belief that you guys have in me and producing videos and making sure that these videos are very high quality and that you guys will enjoy it is something I love to do. I like to create high quality content for you guys. I truly do make I have the mindset of being an entertainer. I have the mindset that I want to entertain you guys as much as possible and make you guys smile as much as possible. Enjoy the commentaries that I do. I do these life stories because I find them funny. My friends find them funny because it's stuff that's happened to me. It's true. It's coming from like my actual life. It's a personal connection I can make with you guys. And it's like you guys are just another friend sitting in the living room that I'm telling the story that happened to me about. So I hope you guys did enjoy, my little life story about how I truly became connected to YouTube and how YouTube truly does mean a lot to me. So once again, I hope you guys did enjoy today's commentary. If you did, obviously, I'm sorry that it was a little bit longer and that it was more of a serious commentary. I hope you guys still did enjoy it. It's a very meaningful video to me. So once again, thank you if you guys stayed for the entire thing. I've always wanted to do this video, just never got around to it kind of thing. So once again, hope you guys did enjoy today's commentary. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys are new here. Once again, it's been your boy Corey, or the Comeback Kid. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.